put blues clothes in. I should have done that before I started. Sorry. Okay, so, like I said, you just need a square of paper. Doesn't matter how big it is. Whatever you want. It doesn't even have to have a pattern on it if you don't want. I made some white ones just out of, you know, computer printer paper, just when I was trying to figure out how to do it. So you take your paper and you fold it this way, lengthways, like a square, like half of the square. You just fold it and you make a crease in the middle. I have a problem sometimes because I couldn't find anything that was square to measure my thing by, and silly me can't find a ruler, so I was having a problem getting my squares to match up. But I finally did get a scrapbooking scraps that were perfect squares, so that's what I used. But it's cardstock and it's really thick, so I didn't use it to make the actual butterfly. Okay, now once you have it folded this way, just take your paper and fold it up again. And when you get finished folding it, you'll have on the back of your paper, I'm going to draw this in so you can see it. So on the white side of your paper, it will look like this, okay? Next, take it from point to point and fold it. And make your tips as perfect as you can, like a perfect, which if you have a perfect square, then you shouldn't have a problem doing that. If you have a problem with it, then that means your square is probably not perfect, or your paper is just not folded good. Which sometimes can happen, and it's not that big of a deal if your paper's a little off. It might not look as perfect as you want it to, but I mean, you can still make it. So once you have this, or this, however you want to hold it, just unfold it and do the other diagonal. Do it the other way. Now your paper should look like this. Line, 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 line. Alright. Now, this is probably going to be a little bit trickier, which it's not hard, but, you know, if you've never done it, then, you know, it might be. Okay. Now, you see how your paper has a triangle? Let's flip it over. See how you have this triangle right here? Or right here, whichever way. The bottom triangle. The easiest way for me to do this is take this bottom triangle and fold this piece down. So you're going to fold this piece to this piece. And then fold this piece to this piece. And now it looks like this on one side and this on the other side. Okay. And then just do the same thing on the back side. Fold this piece to this piece, and this piece to this piece. And it'll look like this, and then, you know, it's just a triangle. Now, if anybody didn't get that, just go back and watch it again. It's not hard, really. You'll end up with a triangle, and it'll have 4 little flaps. It'll have 4 little flaps, like this. Okay. So take it and just fold it flat, and take this point and fold it up to this point. So let me do that right quick. So you folded the point that was down here up to here, and you have this little wing. Okay. Now you leave it up like that and do the same thing on this side. Fold this point to this point. And now you'll have a little diamond shaped here, and leave that folded up, and then on the other side it's the triangle still. And now this is going to be a little tricky. On the side that's just still a triangle, take the point, like if it's upright it's this, but since we're doing it, I'll do it upside down. The bottom, take the point and fold it up over the top right here. See? Fold it up like this. And you should have what looks like this, okay? Now it's going to be dented in. Now what you do when it's dented in is just take your finger and run it across here and flatten this straight line out as much as you can. And it's still going to be poking up. You're going to have these little indentions on each side, right here and right here. Okay, now with these, just kind of take your finger and squash them down. And sometimes it can be a little hard to get them squashed down, depending on how thick your paper is, but just squash them down, and you should have what looks like this, where they're squashed right here and right here. Okay. Now, what you would normally do next is this tip. You don't have to do this, and I really don't do it, but you know, it's part of the instructions. Take it and fold it down like that, and then fold it back up on the tip, and just have barely a little piece peeking over. But see, I don't really like to do this because it makes it really bulky right there. So I usually just kind of fold it up and then pull it back out where it's wrinkly, but it's not bulked up. Okay. Next, take your butterfly, and this is the bottom, and this is the top, where the little flaps are folded down. Okay. Fold it in half. Now, it's folded in half. Now it looks done, right? And I guess if you like it like that, then you can leave it like that. But the last step is to take it right here, and let me draw a line. What you're going to want to do is take your butterfly and fold it in an angle right there, where those lines are on each side. Just fold it down, and your wings will meet, and it will look like this. And then you can fold it back up and just have that little crease there. And that's it, and that's it. And that's your butterfly. It's all done. No tape, no glue. Now, for people like me that think that they have to embellish everything, the scrapbooker in me, I guess, I'm sure there's lots, I mean, just, you know, whatever you like, you can embellish it with. I happen to be a fan of glitter glue. And I just got this at Walmart for like $1.50, and they had like a bunch of different colors. But I didn't really know what color I wanted, so I just got the most neutral, which is just clear with like little pinkish, purplish glitteries in it. So it's called Sparkly Glitter Glue. I mean, it's non-toxic, and you can use it on sticks to craft foam, paper, and wood. So what I usually do is where I made that little crease right there in the middle, where, you know, like that, I just take a little and squirt it right down there. I'm going to do that right now. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it once it's on there on the camera, because I don't know how well it will show. But I usually just push it in like that. And then when you're done, when your glue is dry, it will look... Sorry, I'm not very good at this, am I? It will look like this versus this. Now, Justin told me that it looks like a bird instead of a butterfly whenever it's all folded up like that. And I don't really see it, because if you look from the bottom, it looks like a butterfly. But, you know, it's just whatever you like, and that's the way I like it. Also, I like to put some glitter on the tips of the wings right here, just on the tips, and on the back side I do too. And sometimes I'll put it along the belly right there, if I feel like it. And that's all you do. And it's not traditional origami, because, you know, I did use glue. But it's not really about the origami. It's just a little craft, and it's fun. So that's all.